Good morning. I like doing things out of order, and I like coffee. I said that backwards from what I was intending it to be, but oh well, gets the point across. So, just missed my chair. So, today, I'm making bracers. Now, if you've caught the other videos, you may know that I am working on a Renaissance Festival costume for my boyfriend. He wanted to be a barbarian, and his last attempt was lacking. I love the guy to death, but he doesn't know how to costume. So, we're making bracers. Now, because I like doing things out of order, I'm filming this after I've already started the project, like by a day or so. So, I already have some stuff done, and I would have the video footage for it, except everything rearranged itself randomly, and I don't know where it went, so I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing so far. Bracer. This is what it is. It's nice. It's leather. I don't have any stains. I don't have any dyes. I don't know how to use them, and I don't have the right tools for leather carving, which I discovered. This was my first attempt at any kind of leather working whatsoever, but it didn't turn out too bad for what it was. So I'm fixing the problem by plastering it. I'll show you this part with pleather. It looks nice. So the goal is to make it look like that is actually this. Yeah. I also made a paper template by tracing this onto this, but I made some extra seam allowance to cut this because leather gets really sweaty and not fun to wear for a long period of time, which is why we're using black fabric, which is what you're about to see me in the next shot pinning. I'm pinning it together so I can sew it together. Yeah, so I guess let's get crafting. Okay, so I got the whole thing pinned. I'm a little bit off on my edges, but that's okay. I'll fix that in a second. And it's a little bit bubbly, but that's also fine, because nobody except the internet is gonna see it. So, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna baste it down, and then I can fit it a little bit better to this, and then I'll be able to kind of tack this into place, and then we'll start cutting out the pleather. Okay, so I finished the little black cover thingy, and now we get to cut out the pleather, which is the fun part. I do need to go get my big scissors though, so I will be right back. There we go. Alright, so same idea. We're going to use the template that I made, a little pattern, but we're going to keep the same amount of seam allowance. We're going to keep it big. That way I can trim off any extra later. like we're sewing with pliers today. It's raining, so I thought I'd come sit by the window. Okay, finally got that part done. It's all sewn in. That's the front. I just used a little whip stitch across the top, kind of secure it down. And then basically what's a running stitch down the sides. I was hoping to be able to sew the backing and the pleather on at the same time, but it was just too fiddly and I couldn't do it. But now we've got this, so I'm gonna start sewing the pleather in. This is taking way longer than I thought it would. My hands are so sore. Okay. More coffee, and then back to it. Okay. So I'm over halfway done with this first one. This looks pretty good so far. Pretty much all I have left to attach is this top part. I mean, I can cut it out. Almost there. Almost there. Ow, my ankle bone. The table leg's there. Okay, so I completely finished stitching it on, sewing it on there. So now all I gotta do is cut this thing out and then we'll have one full bracer. There we go, okay. Looking good, looking good. Now, if you see the little holes right there, that's where the laces need to go through. So, it would look weird if I left it like that, and then just this part, you'd be able to tell that it was very obvious that I just kind of slap this on top of here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna punch these holes through, and then I'm gonna take some of the teeny little eyelets that I have, and then I'm gonna put those through the holes. So yeah. Guess what? They're done! That took forever! But they're finally done! Okay. They turned out way better than I was hoping for. Like, so much better. Look how good this is! I love it! You've got some nice shine from the pleather. It fits, it folds beautifully still. It wraps around. It's a little bubbly when it goes completely flat, but that is to be expected. But it is nice and tight when it's in the shape that it's actually going to be staying in. Oh, I'm so happy about this. This is great. Okay. And the lining on the backside came out very nice. It's not real. Now, it does bubble a little bit when it folds up, but that's okay. Look at it. It's so smooth. This is great. I'm so happy with this. And the other one is a little bit better, as to be expected, because I did this one second. But look at this thing. Okay. So let me talk a little bit more about this instead of just being excited. So, like I said, originally, I thought this was going to be a lot faster of a project. It took a lot longer than I was expecting it to, but that was mostly because I was kind of procrastinating a little bit, because sewing with pliers makes my fingers so sore. It's not my favorite way to sew. I love sewing. I don't like sewing with pliers, but I got through it. I'm happy. Okay, so I punched the holes and put the grommets in, and now it laces up so smoothly. The leather bracer, this part, was actually a kit. So it came with the bracer, the cords, and the little button. Now, this button is giving me some grief. It refuses, and I mean refuses to go through. So, I might have to do something about that later. But that part is more or less out of my control. But everything came together so nicely. I didn't have to use any fabric glue, which is always a good day, because I don't like using fabric glue either. Stuff's sticky, and I don't like sticky. Now, with this one, I did get kind of tired of sewing with pliers, so I just decided to leave the top open. But I think that's going to be pretty practical, because it kind of makes this, like, hidden pocket where he could keep his keys, or his wallet, or his phone, because he keeps losing those things. So this will be a nice little way to make sure that it's strapped to his arm the whole time. And then once it's round, it's going to keep it nice and tight. And so this will be able to slide in and out, but it's not going to just fall out, if you know what I mean. So yeah, this is the last piece of the entire costume. Oh, so happy. So happy. It feels so good to have a huge project done. Like, guys, I have been working on this thing. Let's see, what's the date today? It is July, like, 26th, I think, if I'm looking at that right. I've been working on this since Easter. Easter. It was supposed to be a birthday present. I didn't get it done in time. So the new plan is a Christmas present. I'm gonna save it until Christmas. So it's going to be a weird transition when this video comes out, because I started this in Easter. It's July. And this video will probably be airing around Christmas time. But, you know, that's okay. Everybody loves Christmas in July. Merry Christmas, everyone. Or anyone, if anyone happens to be seeing this. Okay. This is great. Alright. Okay. The costume is done. It's complete. It's finished. I kind of don't know what to do with myself, because I've finished 2 major projects at this point in time, one of which you will be seeing far before this video ever comes out. So thank you so much if you are still here, if you saw any of them at all, and decided to keep watching. So thanks. If you want to do me a favor, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification down below, and that'll let you know when I happen to update again, because these projects have a tendency of going a lot longer than I plan on them doing, and I'm not good at posting consistently. So I will see you when I see you. Bye for now. Happy crafting and caffeinating.